Okay, let's get this party started. I'm super excited to have everybody here. And, I'm always looking for guest speakers. And I thought to myself, well, why can't I do it? I did it the first 2 years all by myself. Let me get rolling on it. So I am speaking in Southwest Florida in about 10 days. And Sarah is coming in for the event. And then we're heading over to Miami for EXPCon. And I've written what I want to talk about. And I said, this stuff is pretty good. I'm going to bring it to Wake Up Wednesday. So, and I think we really need it, especially from what Stacy was just saying. So before we dive in, what I really would love for everybody to do here is just kind of, let's just take a huge deep breath and exhale it. And then let's take another one. How about one more? Stacey, that extra one was for you. Because you know what's really important is that everyone who's showing up here today, I want to celebrate every single one of you on this call. Because basically you've made it through 2025. We are now into the fourth quarter, Q4. And I want to acknowledge what you've accomplished. Because if we are going to rewrite what we are taking into 2026, if we're going to rewrite our story, if we're going to rewrite our narrative, we got to get rid of the stuff, right, guys? We got to get rid of the stuff that we are carrying. So when we do that, today is a great example. I have to allow this. Hold on. Today's a great example. I mean, timing is everything. Because Stace, you came on feeling, oh my gosh, everything's going wrong. And you said you needed to get out of this funk that you're in because you've had some deals fall apart, right? And we've all been there. We've all been there. But this is nothing but remarkable that we all are still showing up and we didn't give up this year. We didn't give up our license, when it was time to renew last year with all the stuff the year before about buyer broker agreements, about this, about that. We freaking keep showing up. We're showing up to events. We're showing up to Zoom meetings. We're showing up for our clients. And that is so, so important. But there are times when we still have that story in the back of our minds where, let's face it, guys, we could talk about contracts all day. We can talk about closings that go right. We could talk about closings that go wrong, but we're really here to celebrate each and every one of you. So I love that Sarah said, Stacy, write down 3 things that you're grateful for, because that's how I wanted to start this call. Sarah and I are sisters. We're twins. We've agreed, years apart, different mothers, but somehow in the universe has connected us. Because if she could have seen my notes here for today, she had no idea I was going to ask everybody to do this. So I quickly want to just go around. We're a small, intimate group. What are we celebrating today? So Eva, I know that you've got to get off the call at the bottom of the hour. What are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating learning how to get off of mute. No. We actually, I hear what Stacy was saying. Fortunately, we landed on the other side of that. So we had a lot of struggles with 2 or 3 of our deals this month, and we're actually finally getting to the closing table with them. So we are celebrating that, and my son is my buyer's agent, and 2 of the 3 deals that we're doing are his. So I'm happy for him because, when you're newer in this business, you don't understand the roller coaster as well. And was kind of getting down and out about it.
So going into 2026, what's the one story that you're going to carry over that's going to lift you up?
So the one thing that we adopted as a team is, and I don't know if this is a story or not, but it is relationship based, and it is creating raving fans. It's a really simple mission statement that we've adopted. And now what we're doing is we are evaluating everything we do, for every system that we do, every single, gift that we give, everything that we do is about creating raving fans. And we were talking a little bit earlier about the event that
Right.
we are focusing on in, springtime, probably April. And that is about relationship in a collaborative way.
Hmm.
We are looking to bring a high end relationship based agent um, mastermind together, to make sure that when we're doing business, we are doing business with people that are on the other side of the table that we know. And in that way, we're able to make our business easier. Because when you're doing a deal with somebody on the other side of the table and you know them,
Hmm.
it's a totally different experience. So I guess the thing that we're carrying through is making every experience a more positive one, whether it be with other agents, whether it just be with, um, our deals themselves, etc.
Exactly, because we all know that the story we tell ourselves is a story that we're going to live in. And going forward, we always pick a word. So, a lot of people pick a word for 2026. What's my word going to be? And sometimes we don't, we get to the end of the year and we say, but, yeah, but in the back of our heads. And for the next, 90 days, whatever it is to the end of the year, I want to make sure that this group or anybody that I talk to doesn't bring the yeah buts with them. Because everything you are doing today, let's face it, is showing up in January. 2026, 2025 is basically over. And 2026 is like right now with our deals and our business. So, Eva, thank you for sharing the fact that you're creating raving fans. I think that's excellent. You started that trend at the beginning of this year. I was witness to it halfway through the year in June. And
You're frozen, Peg.
I'm from now.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Um, all right, keep talking. Let's hold on.
You're gonna change your connection.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Can I tell everybody about our event? Because
Yes.
everybody should
Hey,
should
Peggy, turn off
mark
your,
off April in New York. It's a
yeah.
beautiful time. We don't have a date yet, but we are looking at doing a luxury event with a international flair, probably the first couple of weeks of April, where we will have some speakers like we did last time. This will be more of last time we did an all day event at a country club, but the one that's coming up will be something that's geared towards luxury. So, one of the people in my organization's husband runs a very high end restaurant in Westchester County, and they've offered to let us use their space. So we are just going to go to town with that. So.
Okay. Oh, now I have an echo.
You got to get rid of the other one.
Am I still frozen on the other one?
No, you're moving on both now.
Let me get out of this one. All right, am I good now?
You are pretty good now.
Okay, good. So that event, and this is what I love about this group, again, is that we share everything. We share what's coming up. We share our ideas. We want you all to participate. So let's see, Janet, jump in. What's a story, a great story that you're going to pull forward into 2026? And if I freeze, guys, just keep going.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm unmuted. Okay, my big story that I'm pulling in is well, it's twofold. I got a three-pronged approach for 2026. One of it's agent attraction. Obviously, I still do a lot of production, and a lot of working in that area. So whatever it takes for me to do that. And then my other third one is me. I broke my hip, and so I'm on the mend, which is awesome, but I need to rebuild me.
I love that. And Janet, do you mind taking a minute and sharing what we talked about on Jeans Generals? Because
Sammy's got Sammy.
Sammy, yeah, we all know. There's a
She
lot
was
of
on
stories.
fire. She was on fire. You
You
were
were
on fire.
you were on fire, and I think
talked
that
to her
it's
yesterday. I said, "Girl, you are on fire."
it is so worth repeating because we tell ourselves stories. And when we're talking about attraction, and I don't know if there's any guests or non-EXP on the call. So if there are, I apologize in advance, but this is our brand and what we do. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the industry. And one of the biggest things right now is Compass acquiring Anywhere.
Sorry, it's not an acquisition.
It's
It's
a, what,
it's
go
a
ahead.
leverage buyout. They have no money to buy anybody. Okay, just
Okay.
through your.
Thank you.
It's a paper transaction.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry.
there's a paper no, that's great. This is why I'm learning, and this is why I want everyone to learn too. So bottom line, you've heard the news that there's something going on between Compass and Anywhere. And I learned so much on Jeans Generals because we make up stories in our heads about, oh, well, now they've got Compass, they're not going to want to move. You've got this company and, everybody's going to stay. So I don't know if that's true or not, but Janet, I want to just pause on this. And I don't want us taking stories into 2026 about what could be or not be with paper moves. So go ahead, Janet, recreate that fire.
So basically, I was at an event this past weekend, and I've done a lot of research on the Compass Anywhere acquisition, more for curiosity, and also I did it as a historical reflection. I was in corporate America. I went through three acquisitions, two completed, one attempted. And what I was explaining to this gal, she was with Gibson Sotheby's, and I was with Sotheby's before I was with EXP. And she looked at me and was just very confident and said, "Well, nothing's going to change." And I said, "Oh, yeah, everything's going to change." She goes, "No, it's not. They've told us." I said, "Of course they've told you that. They don't want you to leave. Everything when you're going through an M&A is going to change. And it starts at the beginning when the two companies, um, I think Compass has about 550 million in debt, and Anywhere has like 2.5 or 6 million. The combined debt total for the two companies is 3.1 billion, not million.
Janet, repeat that. Thank you.
Yep.
Emphasize that.
Yeah.
The combined debt of the two companies, when they tell you it's a acquisition, it's a leverage, but whatever they want to call it, and they tell you it's a $10 billion deal, embedded in that 10 billion is 3 billion in debt. Okay, the only way that this is going to, and this is a Wall Street play. This is nothing to do with agents, nothing to do with Zillow. That's the way that everybody wants to frame it. And I see why Compass hasn't said, no, it's not a Zillow play. And the reason is because they don't want the real reason to be known. They're needing to combine because they're going to do what is called leverage synergies. So every redundant area in all of these companies, HR, IT, any types of vendors that they're using for a CRM, whatever, they are going to be going after those vendors and getting synergy. So what does that mean? That means that if you're with Sotheby's and you have a favorite CRM, it may or may not make the cut based on what is most profitable for the combined companies. So the things that you love right now, and I know that Don said he saw it more with, I see it with agents, whether it's with a franchise-owned company or a company held, like there's some of the Sotheby's are company-owned. I see for agents, not for the broker owners, but for agents, there's going to be uncertainty. This deal is slated to close at the end of next year. It's going to be a culture shift. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody. So I talked to this gal. It was very interesting what she said. She said, I don't want to work for Compass. And I said, but you're going to be working for Compass. She goes, no, I'm not. I'm going to be working for Sotheby's. And I went, no, you're not. Sotheby's is going to be owned by Compass. And so the things that survive, that go down, that help get rid of this $3 billion debt, you may keep yours or you may not, but it won't matter because this is all about Wall Street and this is all about getting synergy savings. And if Robert Redfin fails, both companies could go bankrupt. That's how big this is. And so when you've got that sort of pressure on the line, it affects your culture. It affects every single thing that's going to be happening for the next a year and a half. Then the worst part is, let's say you get to the end of the road and the FTC says, no, we see this as a monopolistic play and we're denying the acquisition. Now your companies have spent time, money, and effort, man hours in trying to come up with ways to save money only to be told by the FTC we're not going to allow it. Okay, let's say the FTC says we're going to allow it. Every country in Europe where anywhere has a presence, they are going to look at think about this. You know, when we have the FTC, it's all the United States. Each company in Europe will be doing their own version of this. So it is not a slam dunk. This is not a foregone conclusion. This does not mean they're going to have all of the listings in their pocket. It really doesn't. And it won't, and even it won't even begin. If it could happen, it wouldn't even happen until 2027. So I suggest anybody who knows Coldwell Banker, Corcoran, Better Homes and Gardens, Sotheby's, who am I missing?
ERA.
ERA.
Yep.
Yeah, you talk to the agents. If the broker owner has a franchise, you're not going to be able to do anything because it's not going to matter until that franchise comes up for renewal. And oh, by the way, when you're talking to agents and the franchise comes up for renewal and you've got a company that's trying to do cost cuts, I'm going to guess the franchise fee is going to go up. That's what I'd do. I could take it up a half a point on all of those transactions and make a massive dent in this debt. And when you look at the debt carrying load, it would take 5 years of combined profit to get rid of this debt.
Guys, this is huge. Sammy, you have your,
Sammy and I talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, no, I just spoke to a friend of mine who's at Sotheby's. He was at a small company called Sereno that Christie's bought in our area, 7 offices. The previous owners of Sereno just bought themselves back because they don't want to be part of this transaction that is going on with Anywhere and Compass. So you might start seeing that. And I spoke to him because he hasn't joined us yet. And I said, if you join us, you could bring those 7 offices with you since you know the owners. So look for the opportunities. And I think it's a great, great opportunity for all of us to help those agents who are feeling disoriented, disavowed, not cared for, because it's all about the corporation.
it is. And that's the thing. Thank you guys for bringing this up. And Janet, thank you for doing a great job again. And I know we're going to hear more of it. And this again goes back to my topic of celebrating today that we are in Q4, we are together, we're a culture. And if you listen to the words that were just used, they were help agents. No one said, oh, come on, we got to go steal those agents because they don't know what's going on or anything. No, that's not how we roll here. We come from contribution. We show up to help. And we're a learning-based company. And even if you just want to, again, leverage Wake Up Wednesday, leverage Jeans Generals or any other thing that's out there, just to invite agents to take a little peek, I think that'd be great. So thank you guys. And I want to get back on topic of what's going to pull you forward into 2026? What's going to keep you being that amazing agent that you are? What are we rewriting or what do we keep going with? So Janet, what are you bringing into 2026 for your business and your attitude on this?
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. This was a this was a year of health for me.
Mhm.
And I've never would have I ever thought in my life I would have had two operations in 1 year, but yet I did. Um, and my husband had we discovered he had AFib. And so a lot of that really hampered my production and my enthusiasm, and quite frankly I couldn't do a lot for a large part of the summer. So what I'm enjoying right now is getting back into my tribe, which is you guys. It's getting really understanding that, yeah, Janet, that was a setback, but it's okay. You've moved beyond it. Bones have healed. Stitches are gone. Husband's on meds. All's right with the world. And so I am really now re-energized and refocused, because in my past, I'm not sure I would have ever have brought up the conversation when I was at this mastermind on Saturday, with this person. But I feel so confident with EXP. I
Yep.
feel so confident with our support. I'm actually blown away by our support within our group with each other. And I tried to explain it to this gal. I said, yeah, we're 90,000 agents, but it feels like a small company, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't
Right.
feel like I'm floating around by myself. I feel like I can reach out to any number of people here on this call, and they will pour into me. They will help me. If I'm on the edge of the building ready to jump, they're going to go, no, Janet, we're not going to let you.
Oh,
And that is that is one of the things I value most, and I know that moving into 2026, that's going to carry me. um
great.
and that is the most important thing, is to right my ship myself with my husband, um and get healthy. And and all the ships are aligning right now. I'm very excited about 26. So there you go.
I love that. Thank you. And that's why I wanted to celebrate everybody showing up today. Whether you've sold a deal, you haven't had a closing, we're even going to celebrate the fact that, Stacy with an I down in Louisiana. Yeah, you've had some tough deals. You've had
Yeah.
4 major things. So why don't you come on and share with us? Because, man, you are doing a great job every week putting out your videos, and talk to us about how you're going to move from thinking everything's going to close to like 4 deals going to hell in a handbag right now.
Okay, I am going to focus solely on serving others. And that is it. I am not going to be thinking about the end of the road. I'm not going to be thinking about that. I am just going to be focused on serving the people that are in front of me the best that I can, to be the best person for them, to have it be about them, not about me. And yeah, just serving and taking me out of the picture.
I love that, because the truth is the story that you tell yourself is what's really going to show up, right, guys? If you say blah, blah, blah negative, well, that's what's going to keep going. And I know that this group here, we do need a little kick sometimes and a little reminder, and I do too. But I love it that you're going forward, Stacy. And again, the word service. It's all about that servant relationship that we have. Sarah Gibson on the beach. Jump in.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
having a few challenges with the zooming on the iPhone. It's not something I typically do. Oh, yes. Oh, Stacy with an I. I just so love what you just said, because that has been the backbone of my business is just serving people. And there was a time in my life that I was so burnt out from COVID deals, that those years when we were just killing ourselves, you know, selling so many homes. And that particular year I had sold so many, and it was just really, really tough. And I just got up each day and I said, okay, Lord, who am I helping today? Who needs my help today? And I challenge you to reframe your thinking about those 4 deals that are not closing right away. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about what's going on in those people's lives, those buyers, those sellers. For some reason, that's not the time that those need to close. And so when they do close, sometimes you get the beauty of the hindsight to understand why they didn't close in that time. It's just like when you show buyers homes and they put an offer on something, they don't get it. And then, you know, 2 weeks later, the perfect house comes up on the market. And that's why you always go back and tell and say, now, see, this is why you didn't get that home, because this home was coming on the market, right? So I love that you brought that up, that, you know, it's who needs my help? Who am I serving? Where am I showing up? And Janet, I love that you're here. I love that you're sharing your corporate wisdom and all of this, nerding out on all of these things. That's what makes this particular group so special. And as you invite people, you know, sometimes you have to use that little phrase, well, this might not be for you, but,
Mhm.
you know, this group might not be for you, but I have found it to be a very special place. And I think you will too. So
love-
one thing that popped in my head as you were talking this morning, Peggy, was that old saying that if it is to be, it's up to me.
Mhm.
And so much of my business has been just waiting and it coming. And so now as I'm looking at my first quarter of next year, I'm thinking, okay, sister, roll the sleeves up. Let's get back into it and let's start planting some seeds for next year. So if it is to be, it's up to me.
Exactly. And thank you for saying that, because guys, 2025 for our business is over. You know, and if you're just getting started, fantastic. You get started for 2026, and showing up, being in proximity, going to events, whether they're live, you know, in person or on Zoom, that is freaking so important. So shake down there. How early morning? Is this freeze? Or can you mute? Okay, did I freeze?
Yeah,
All right, are we good now?
great. Yeah.
Okay,
Peggy,
hi, Watson.
I wonder if I may chime in a little bit.
Yes.
Sorry, I missed a few wake up Wednesday. I've been on the cruise and went traveling different location, and I'll tell you why. You mentioned something about what to celebrate. I want to say freedom, freedom. I'm sure each one of you got into this business thinking you have the freedom to be your own boss, set your own schedule, do your own thing. In a way, it's so not true, but then if you do it right, it's so true. Well, real estate afforded me to go to so many places, meet so many different people. In fact, I'm heading tomorrow to Las Vegas to meet with one of the casino owner, and I'll tell you why. You say about next year, I'm hoping and I'm waiting by God's grace. I will not be with you guys next year, maybe too much longer. I'm hoping to become the ambassador, the US ambassadors to Malaysia, where I came from. Well, it's a position is appointed by the president. They had to go through confirmation by the Senate. Now, you know, there's a lot going on in Washington. There's a lot of infighting, you know, and it has to be approved. But if it happened, then I would not be here. I want to represent my country, which is the United States. It used to be the other country where I'm going to, and looking forward
Got
to.
chills.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just hope. Well, I still need to be confirmed. Need to be appointed
Right.
and confirmed. Yeah. So this is something I really probably would be the biggest challenge in my life. I'm a nobody Ann and I went to the same school. We are alma mater at Northern Arizona University. I didn't get an advanced degree, just got a college degree. But this real estate business is something that I jumped into when my mom passed away 25 years ago.
Right.
And I told Mom, I'm going to do something in my life. America has been tough for me. I used to work, folks, if you didn't know that, I was a student body president at a university, and I attended. And I came back to LA. I had no money, no connection, no nothing. Ended up working in a restaurant nights at night, helping restaurant owner fix up their restaurant. It was tough. And then just didn't go anywhere. I was so embarrassed. I wouldn't even work nearby where I work. I was involved in church. People know me, kind of like a leader in the group. But at night, I'm working like on a lower level of work. I thought, I'll get into real estate. Maybe something would change. Thank God, real estate did change. A little over a year ago, I try to do something different for my client, provide more, do something different, get them more money. I have a home sold for 47% over the appraisal value, if you can imagine that. And then another guy who happened to be a prospect of mine, back near where you are, Dana Point. He called me up, said, Watson, I got a client. Bought Gold Bar for me. He didn't sell his home. Make a long story short, I do something very special, very different. Caught the attention of the people in the news. Of all news, not LA Times, not New York Times. It happened to be Apple News. He said, Watson, I like to look at what you do. I'd like to name you as one of the top 10 agents in California. And that's how you got a top 10 last year. Now, the funny thing is, we go through a lot of interview. He want to verify the thing that I do, the kind of contribution. The lady happened to be the editor of the news, happened to be in London. He said, Watson, I think I might be able to make it to number top 10. Would you be interested? I said, oh, I would. It's free. It's not like you pay for it. A lot of things you pay for the advertising, then they kind of put you in and then promote you. Hopefully you spend more money in advertising. You can advertise in Apple News. There's no such thing as ad in Apple News, right? I told the lady, I remember vividly, I said, I really try my best. In California, we have some of the best top agent. You see them on TV, they make $1 million a sale. They are the celebrity, they're in Hollywood, they're in Delaware. I'm none of that, but I really work hard for my client. Based on the comparison, if you think I'm good, you think I really am doing a very good job, if you think I'm the best one, would you put me in the number 1 spot, please? The lady said, oh, no, I can maybe make it to the top 10. Number 1, forget it, that'll be very difficult. But when the news got break out, I happened to be the number 1 top 10 agent. So I'm thankful for that. And I told all my clients, I'm nobody. I don't even speak English properly. I'm not a good looking guy. I have no talent. I just got a degree as a very normal person. It's because of you. You took my advice, you run with it. Your home got sold in 2 days. Some of your home got sold. Even my broker questioned me, how the heck could you do that? How could you sell the home for that price? The dinky house. How could you turn around and make another, $250,000 on that for your client? But it's all about my client who take my advice, who run with it. And because of that, I get to be where I am. And because of that, I get to meet some of the people, the freedom, like I say, the casino owner, and I got to be, my name came up. I got some, appointed by the president. Hopefully the next step will be different arena for my life. That's what I just share. Thank you.
I'm speechless. I mean, I have tears, I have chills. I am so proud of you. We are all so proud of you. And I know you are going to make the entire country proud of you. So I think that's a good excuse for if you don't show up. However, when this happens, you got to promise us that you'll reach out to me and we'll get you on as a speaker to follow your success and what you're doing. Because guys, this is huge. When you listen to Watson's story, when you look at the handicaps that he's had, and you've said that about your mom before, and what you did to honor her, anything is possible. I don't want to hear you whining. Let's just put it that way. I don't know, Watson, hats off. I'm really proud of you. Thank you for sharing that. So,
thank you.
Wow. Okay, we can hang up now. That's kind of, Annie, you were so excited back there. I can see you just like bubbling over.
I am. I'm so excited. Watson, thank you for sharing because wow, that's so amazing. Anyway, I was just going to say that for me, I'm doing what Eva is doing. I'm breaking down what I'm doing and building it back up what I want to do better. And one is attraction. I'm on that attraction class. Stacy and I are on the attraction class, which is phenomenal, by the way, guys. You've got to get on that fast attract. But I'm also currently actively building relationships. So because of that, I schedule every week lunches and coffees with agents just to get to know them, and I go to classes, I go to broker opens.
Mhm.
I'm working on really, because we work in silos. We're all independent contractors building our own business, and my goal is to extend my friendship to all agents where it makes sense. And I'm building a mastermind in a small town called Payson, just northeast of Phoenix. And it's about an hour 15. And so I go up there a couple times a week and meet new agents, and we just have a mastermind. I may or may attract, I may not, but I'm building my business and becoming a better agent myself and building relationships. So I'm doing all those things they tell you to do and
Mhm.
starting at a very small scale, which they tell you to do, and we'll
Right.
see where it goes. But I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. And my goal, the last goal is of course to really set up my business, set up a business plan that takes me, years down the line, as to how to run my business, get an accountant, that works with real estate agents, do
Mhm.
the things that I haven't done, you know?
It's simple, but it's not easy, right?
Mm-mm.
Or it's easy to, what's that easy button that Staples used to have? You know, it's, you gotta be committed and you gotta surround yourself with the right people. Thank you. Thank you for
Oh,
sharing.
and see, and my CRM, I'm working on my CRM. That's the last thing. I really want to become an expert on my CRM so that I can attract utilizing, which is a basic, right, for agents is CRM. So that's another goal of mine, which it takes time.
You know what I love about this group is there's not one person on here that's gonna be carrying old crappy stories with them going into this. We are laser focused here, guys, and we pour into each other. And again, this group, everybody shows up so humble. And Watson, I mean, seriously, no one's toting the flag saying, look at me in this group. We show up with caring and giving, and I love that. And that's, when I first came on the call, I said, what are we grateful for? I want to celebrate you guys. This is my passion, is to celebrate everyone of first line of your last name, Jan. She and frozen.
Peggy, you're cutting out a lot.
Shoot, Janet.
Yes.
Janet with an I.
Oh, okay.
Trying to unmute myself, sorry.
I freeze up. I just keep getting to each other. Sorry.
Well, I agree with Eva and Annie. It's all about relationships, and that's what I'm carrying into the year as well. Is I've just found like really celebrating everybody, even people that aren't in our brokerage. Competition it kills your drive, and so I always want to make that I give I'm going to join that agent attraction of the fast attract because that's more what I'm wanting to gear towards. And so I've had a lot of people come to me lately that are actually, I was going to ask you if I could invite somebody to this group because people are talking to me about switching Century 21. That's where I came from, which is anywhere. And just building those relationships and loving on people. And you get more referrals that way. I've always been a person of the mindset that 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. And
Right.
so I work with other agents. I'm just like, let's co-list. Let's, like you're over in Memphis and I'm over here in East Tennessee. I'm like, I'll take referrals. Just so whenever somebody asks me about my listing, I'll say, hey, you can refer people to me as well. I'd love to help you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thanks for sharing. Michael Garvin, how are you?
I am very good, Peggy. Thank you. Yeah, no, we're definitely coming off some big successes and celebrations from my previous year. Made Icon, made the top 250 for transaction sides.
Whoa.
2025, not wasn't as good, but we capped and we're still hanging in there. We had a baby at the end of 24, so it's one of the celebrations. We're celebrating the growing family.
Yeah.
And yeah, so moving forward, I'm gonna repeat a lot of the same things that Stacy, Eva, Janet said. Focusing on getting my systems in place to free up time to serve the others on my team. So my focus this year, I just hired 2 virtual assistants. Really excited about getting them started to help me out. Getting the CRM going and helping the people on my team to reach at least cap, get them to cap first. That's gonna be the first goal, and then focus on getting them to icon status. So I want to focus this next year on getting the people on my team up to that level.
So celebrating everybody, right?
So celebrating, helping everybody. Also, a big part of getting the assistance in place for me is freeing up more time to help my wife out. She's had 2 babies over the last 6 years, so she wants to start growing in business herself.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if Eva's still on here or not. I don't see
She
her.
had to jump off at 9.
Yeah, so we're moving to Westchester County.
Oh, you are?
We are.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
Yeah, so we'll have to get more information on your event that you're putting on.
She did one in June and it was amazing. So I can imagine how this one is going to be 10x on it. Thank you. Somebody put something in the chat to you. Did you see that question? Or
No.
unmute yourself. I don't know your
Yeah.
first name. I'm sorry. It's DMC.
So what
Yeah,
brought
I'm
your
sorry.
business
Yeah, I have a new computer. I didn't realize it was. I had to identify. It's Diana Curtis, EXP.
Hi, Diane.
Just like Michael, is there anything specific that brought your business to the next level? Because it seems like you had some kind of pop going on.
Yeah, good question. I don't know. I always said I don't discriminate. My first 3 years, we're not supposed to discriminate anyways, but what I meant by that was my first 3 years, I really just, hustled. I went out of my way to take care of clients, to not turn down business. I probably went against everything that everybody else says not to do. I didn't ask for pre-qual letters. So I don't follow any of the rules.
That was me in the beginning too, so I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but out of that, it actually brought me a lot of clients. There were people I met that didn't buy a home, but they liked the way I worked. They liked the way I spoke with them, and I've received several referrals from the first several people I showed homes to that never even bought a home from me.
Mm.
So ultimately, it worked out. And just working within my network. The place where we live in New York State, I didn't grow up here. I was in the Army. I moved here, retired out of the Army from this location. So I had to start a business without knowing anybody and taking advantage of, the referral systems at that time was huge for me. I just focusing on buyers. And the sellers started to come as the listings came, as my business grew and as the relationships grew. But my mindset starting out was working heavily with buyers and not worrying about the referral fees from the different referral systems.
It's not about the money. When you
No.
focus on the money, forget it.
Right. Yeah.
That's that. I mean, you just brought up never let your clients see the dollar signs. That's the worst thing you can possibly do. I literally sold homes, as God is my witness. I never looked to see what the co-broke was. Now you don't know. But back in the day, it was about getting my client into the house and the money would come. So
Peggy, if I could add to that, when I was a new agent, and Michael, I'm in this over 25 years. I had an older agent say to me, or an experienced agent say to me, don't calculate your commission until you're asked for the bill. And like she goes, because as soon as I start to calculate what I'm going to make from this transaction, it disappears. And the few times I forgot, it proved true. So I do believe that as well.
Yeah.
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 Um,
That's why I tell some of the agents that I work with on my team, they'll look at a million, if they get a big transaction that's $700,000 up in that range, and they think about maybe a percentage that they're losing on it due to a referral, and they're like, well, I'm losing $5,000-$6,000 on the referral side. And I say, you might have got the exact same referral that was a $250,000 buyer.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still selling somebody a home and you're making more money than you would have made anyways. So yeah, don't look at what you think you would have got. You're getting a buyer and you gotta look at your averages. One might be 250, one might be 700.
Once you start making it about the money, you need to leave this business. I firmly believe that, because you cannot be customer service focused. It becomes about you, and it is no longer about the client. So, all right. So I'm sorry, is it Diana, the DMCH?
Diana Curtis.
And where are you, Diana?
I'm in New Jersey.
You're a Jersey girl. Okay.
Yeah, Jersey girl. One of the few Northeasterners, so it's nice when I come on here and there's other people.
Well,
from
Dee
that-
Dee just jumped on, and I think she's a Jersey girl.
Is she really? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Jersey
exactly-
City. I'm in Jersey City. Where are you?
Oh, that's where I grew up. But I cover not only Hudson County, but Garden State and Monmouth. Because I kind
Nice.
of focus on commutability to New York City. So yeah,
Okay, then we should connect. Absolutely.
should.
We should.
Dee Dee Liz, yes.
Thank
I
you,
will.
Peggy.
Dee Dee, I
Thanks.
missed you. How are you?
I missed you guys too. I just came in from the city from an earlier meeting and I am just settling in. It's pouring out, goes
Yeah.
back and forth today. So nice to see you, Peggy. Nice to see everyone. And it's Diane, right? Diane?
Diana.
We'll touch
Diana, like
We'll-
Princess Diana.
Oh, I like
I
that.
won't, oh, nice. I won't forget. I hope everyone's doing well. Nice to be here. Very late, but a better late than never.
That's okay, Dee Dee. We're celebrating going into the last quarter here. Old
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
stories that we're not going to take with us. What's a great mindset that pulling you forward? Because we know what we do today is already showing up in 2026. So what
Well, for me, is if it doesn't go with my plan, I have no time for it. I'm not gonna entertain it. I did that a lot this year. Can you hear me? Oh, I think I froze. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
In 2026, I just if it's not with the plan that I'm putting in place for 2026, I'm not going to entertain it. I did a lot of that 2025, consumed my time, wasted a lot of money too, and it didn't get me anywhere because I thought, okay, I'll give this a shot. Sounds good, but was it really within my goal, within my path where I'm hoping, to follow really, be more disciplined, I guess, with my time and my money. Because I was just like going all over the place. I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do that. And I did half, maybe not even half of what I wanted to do. So I think that, and people too, if it doesn't, if they don't agree or what is it, encourage me on my journey, then I can't make time for that.
I agree. Protect your time. Protect
Yes.
your mindset. You don't
Mhm.
need people dragging you down. If anybody, I don't care if they're family, friends, who they are, you owe them nothing if they are not lifting you up. Right, guys?
Yes, and your energy, because energy, we have to really push ourselves sometimes,
Mhm.
and sometimes we have an abundance of energy, sometimes we don't. But so it's just like we're on batteries. Don't waste your batteries on something that's not going to serve you or your goals and dreams.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cindy, you're sitting up there. Hi. Do you want to jump on? Thanks, Dee. Let's see if Cindy wants to jump on and say something. I see her, but I don't know if she can get the unmute. No?
Found
Hi.
it.
Hey.
Hi,
Where are you, Cindy?
I'm in Illinois.
Wonderful. Thanks for coming on. So what are you getting from this call? You've been sitting up there. I've been watching your facial expressions. You're sometimes nodding. What are you taking into 2026?
I need to stop squirreling. I need to be more focused.
When
because
you learn how to do that, will you share it with me?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So yeah, that's the biggest thing is be more focused and stay positive. I think I'm doing what I need to do. I just need to not squirrel off into all these other.
What's your biggest time sucker? What's your biggest squirrel that you keep going? Oh, I gotta go over there. Do you have one?
But one is I'm writing a book, but I don't think that's necessarily a squirrel. That's going to be, I'm trying to focus on the senior market. And
Okay.
so the book is related to that, but I'm scrolling into rentals squirrel me every time because I feel bad for them. And then I get all their referrals and then I'm just wasting all my time on that. So I need to do more referring out of those kind of things.
Okay. That's great. And once you identify what's sucking your time, then it's so much easier to kind of stick it in a corner. Thank you, Cindy. Glad you're here.
Thanks.
Tucker.
That be me.
That's you. So Tucker,
You know,
you've been,
that's why I love these Wednesday morning meetings.
why is that, Tucker?
Well, I always walk away with 2 or 3 great ideas, and I never knew that Watson went to the U of A. You wildcat, you.
No, actually, NAU, the smaller of the three, but the Northern Arizona.
There,
Oh,
Arizona.
you went to Northern Arizona.
NAU, correct.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
best
that's-
university,
And they gave
NAU.
me, I had a gavel to bring back with me when I was student body president there. Yeah, behind me.
Good for
You are
you.
wildcat, huh? Hmm.
You know,
But
I love this, Tucker. So I don't want to say this the wrong way, but I'm going to say it because it's you. They always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't believe that.
no, that is far from true. This old dog is learning new tricks every day. And, you know, for 2026, I too have squirreled away time and talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's very important. Talent. Everybody's got their own talents. And I am really trying to improve my talents. And somebody said a couple weeks ago to me that if you don't work your database, you're going to lose 3% of your database a year. And, you know, it really dawned on me that over 10 years, you'd lose a third of it. Well, that makes no sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I am doing my best to improve my bold trail and my CRM. And yep,
I love it.
that's what I'm doing. And I'm calling you, Annie, next time I'm in Scottsdale.
Love it. And I just want to
Thank you, thank you.
I just want to piggyback on what you just said. You guys, we're putting up a new website. We've been working on it for Jean's group, and it's for everybody. JeanFrederick.com. It should be live in about 2 weeks. But if you have not gone on and gotten your training with Leslie, she's got all these videos now. She's got everything on YouTube. JeanFrederick.com. Thanks, Annie. get on that site, start taking those videos. She's worked tremendously. And this is some of what Jean brings to our group, is to help you. And there's no excuse. And once you take a certain amount of videos, you can do a one-on-one with Leslie. I know she was a speaker here, and I'll get her back again. But thank you for bringing that up. That's huge about your database. Every single person we meet needs to be in our database. Thank you for that reminder. Can you imagine?
One thing that's so important is that you have the ability to put in your database their birthdays. And so many people, when you send them a birthday wish, they only get a couple others that day, and they really appreciate it.
They do. Good point. So I just got about a minute left. Super excited about where we're going. I'm super excited about what I'm not carrying into 2026. So next week, I'm working on a guest speaker for us. The following week, we will be in Miami. Who's going? That's on this call. Dee Dee, are you going? Okay, we got to have a meetup. I got to see all you guys.
Going.
I know Miami's difficult because I know Sarah's going because she's coming with me. But we really should try and get together, guys. And so that week we won't have anything. The week after, I always love to do a recap. So anybody that's there, please, 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 let's do a strong recap. If we have to do it 2 weeks in a row, that's great. I just want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate you for. Oh, Michael, you're speaking. Do you know when and what time?
Yeah, so it'll be 21 October, 1 o'clock in the 1EXP Lounge.
Yes. Oh, wait, that's fantastic. And
Yeah, if anybody can make it, I'd love to see you there.
Okay, Annie, thank you for bringing that up because I was just going to close out with that. Gene is launching his new book at EXPCon, where he's speaking, he's going to be doing breakouts. And one of the things that collaboratively we created for the new website is going to be take a picture of Gene's new book or his other book, and you're going to be able to upload your photos to our website. So we're going to have a scrolling photo gallery of Gene and his book all over the place. And don't forget, have your goals. If you see Gene, have your goals ready. Impress the hell out of him. Let him think that we're learning something here. So you guys are great. Thank you, everybody. Bennett, so good to see you again. Love this group. I will be back in Florida next week. And like I said, I'm going to my class reunion on Saturday.
Woo! Have fun. Knock their socks off, Peggy.
Knocking their socks off, right, Dee Dee?
Yes. With
Everybody.
everything you've done, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
I want everybody to knock everybody's socks off on every day and talk to people. When I flew up here the other day on Saturday, this gentleman helped me with my bag. Long story short, we started talking. His wife is getting her real estate license. They just opened up a boutique hotel in Newport Island. They have a ton of investments in projects in Naples where I'm going. And she's got a ton of people who are realtors in Brazil. That happened in 10 seconds. 10 seconds of him pulling my bag down. Don't be a secret agent, guys. Keep talking. Let people know how you can help. All right? Make it a great day.
Thanks, Peggy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Peggy.
Everybody.
I'll see y'all next week.
Everybody have a good
See
week.
ya.
Thanks,
Have
guys.
fun.
Have a great week,
Bye.
everyone. All of you.